And this is Because Liberty with Curtis Hart, and Chris Bornstead is pretty sick, or he's at a
probably got Ebola.
He probably got Ebola, or he's at the police citizens training thing. But he probably has the Ebola.
Black plague,
He probably does not have Ebola.
He's got something. Because he
probably has the same cold that I've had for 2 weeks.
He's got something, because when I went over to get my coffee cup this morning, he was out. His dogs were tripping out, and I was just like, yeah, we'll go in and get my coffee cup and bounce. And so, instead we have Ryan Painterman and Jeremy the Wizard in the studio, and also my wife, Catherine Hart. So, what we've been talking about was the latest Predator Sting. You can go ahead and listen to that on the first part of the podcast, and this part of the podcast will be about other things, such as another guy that I turned in that I didn't tell about Facebook. So I don't tell Facebook everything. A lot of people are like, I saw somebody like, you just want the Facebook fame.
I saw that.
There's much better ways for me to get Facebook fame than doing this. That's not at all why I do it.
Facebook is pretty amazing, but
I was just using Facebook to get that kid's last name, so I turned in the cops. Oh, there you go.
It's overrated.
Facebook is a tool.
Yes.
It's such a tool.
And so is this guy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, aliens.
Aliens. What's up with aliens this week?
Oh, well, they still don't know if there's any aliens out there. But it's a negative result. So negative results matter in science. If you can't find any aliens, then there's no aliens.
But somewhere the truth is out there.
Well, I guess until you're done searching everywhere.
Look, the universe is 87 billion light years in diameter. I mean, what the fuck do you want us to do here? We're trying to search everywhere.
I would suggest science before definitely saying there's no aliens. Look everywhere.
I'm not saying there's no aliens. I'm saying there's no evidence of aliens yet.
Well,
but actually there is. KIC 8468372, I think is the name of it.
Is that like a UFO, technically?
No.
Is that a planet or a star or something?
Well, then what is it?
Star, 1,480 light years away.
And what is its significance?
Something is passing in front of this thing.
Oh, that's still going on?
Yeah, they went back through the records for 100 years of observations of this thing. And yeah, true enough, there's something that's blocking 22% of the starlight every 780 days, something like that. So I think it's probably a wrecked Dyson sphere.
What is a Dyson sphere, for those that don't know?
A Dyson sphere is a huge conglomeration or sphere of solar panels around in the orbit of the Earth, right? Like, say in our solar system, we would make a Dyson sphere. What we would do is take apart Jupiter and Saturn, probably, and then fucking make them into solar panels and then cover the whole entire orbit of the Earth in solar panels so we could have a massive amount of energy, right? That's the Type 2 civilization. But, wow. So what we're saying here, what the astronomers are saying, is that they may have found one of these wrecked Dyson spheres. Because obviously, look, we got computers now, right?
Yeah.
So look, by 2035, we're gonna have
computers, some shit
that are smarter than everybody on Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll just make algorithms that make that. So what really happened is probably some fucking ancient civilization built
like
computers like us, like us, in the star system way over there, KIC, whatever the fuck the name of it is. Damn it, I'm having. So what I'm saying is that they have no idea that we're here at all, because to them it's the 5th century, because it's so far away. But this thing, like, if you put Jupiter in the orbit of Mercury, right, and you were on their solar system, and Jupiter passed in front of the star, it would only block 1% of the light.
Oh.
So, whatever the fuck is orbiting this thing is 22 times
that.
22 times the size of Jupiter. It's it's blocking 22% of the light of the star itself. Like, these are enormous solar panels or something. We don't know what they are.
How do we know it's not just a rock?
It's not rocks. It can't be rocks. They calculated that it would take trillions of comets to block that much starlight. The comets don't come in trillions like that. Comets go by one at a time.
Yeah.
Unless somebody's herding comets out there.
Like God?
Right. Unless somebody's herding fucking comets. I don't know. Any technological civilization that has a powerful might as well call them God.
So this is some kind of ancient technology is what we're building.
Yeah. They don't know. They just don't know.
Okay.
That is the best idea that they have. It says it's an ancient Dyson sphere.
Well, you know that we have found computers in the Indian Ocean that were supposedly from the 1st and 2nd century.
Oh,
they're not
Antikytherian device.
Yeah,
I know
what you're talking about.
actually just talking about that yesterday.
Yeah, the Antikytherian device.
Exactly.
And they know that device was not a prototype because of the way that it was built. They already knew that. I know
it was a working model.
Yeah, it was definitely a working model. They know that for sure. Now, and it did have some astronomical significance, but we're not sure about what it really meant, though.
But, yeah,
now,
it was basically
is that aliens? No, that's just super smart. That was probably Socrates' device.
Yeah. I think we're probably a lot smarter than we were, a lot smarter than we give ourselves credit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't think aliens ever visited the Earth.
You don't think aliens seeded the planet?
No. Unless it was,
Oh, wait, new question, because we have a new guest. Have you ever, at any point in your life, put a foil hat on your head to block government or any other type of...
Only like 4 times.
Only like 4 times?
No, I haven't.
No? Okay. So there we go. Still nobody that's actually put a tinfoil hat on their head. I think one of my guests did, but he didn't want to admit it. I ain't going to say who it is.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is that's our best evidence that there's aliens out there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they've had every radio telescope in the world pointed at this thing for the past few months, and there's just no signals coming off of it at all.
Oh, really? So it's a dead piece of technology.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's probably a wrecked Dyson sphere from 1 billion years ago.
Gotcha.
Oh, like wrecked, like crashed.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying like erect.
No,
wrecked. Erected.
Destroyed.
Wrecked. Okay. Oh, broken.
Broken, yes.
My shoulder hurts really bad. Alright, so...
Aliens. That's alien talk.
That's the alien talk with the wizard.
I love it.
Just bringing you all sorts of information about all sorts of different things. So what's going on? What's up with painting?
Well, what's up with painting is I'm getting a little bit frustrated at how easy it is to get your contractor's license in Washington.
Why?
How easy?
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, that's what I thought at first, too. I came from Oregon, from the seaside area, and paid thousands of dollars, did some schooling and testing to become a painting contractor. I come to Washington, I find out you fill out some stuff on the computer and give them like $400 and you're good to go. I'm like, right on. Then I hire some guys to replace a handrail in my house. And I got their name from fucking Home Depot. They come over, and I thought the price was pretty cheap, but I checked them out, made sure they were legit. They had their license and everything.
Yeah.
And my 5-year-old daughter could have done this. I mean, it was terrible. The banister, the handrail, the balusters in between, the little spindles, they're supposed to be no more than 4 inches apart so a baby can't stick their head through and get through and fall and die. Well, these things are like 1.5 foot apart each.
Oh.
And And the rail is supposed to be like 38 inches tall or something, so you can't bump into it and flip over and break your freaking neck on your way down. And it's like 2.5 feet off the ground. I mean, you have to lean down and put your hand on the handrail.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized that there is part of the reason there's a lot of competition here. Prices are lower here than they are in Oregon for contractors.
Okay.
Part of that is because Joe Blow, who went and worked on Grandma's house last week, got $400 from her and goes, I'm going to be a contractor. Does that. A lot of people get screwed over, and a lot of legitimate people suffer because of it. My biggest gripe about that is the way the state takes control of all your insurance and bonding. In Oregon, you're allowed to decide for yourself to go get your own insurance from a private company, a big company, whatever you want, your own bonding. Here, it's all the Washington State Contractor Board. They assume the responsibility without giving you the option.
The Washington State Contractor Board?
Yeah.
Huh.
And that's what bugs me more than the shitty work.
And what is it that they do?
They take normally you have to have a license, bond, insurance, all that.
Yeah.
You cannot choose, I want to use State Farm Insurance, let's go get it. You can't choose that. They assume the role of your insurance for you. They send you a bill assuming.
That just seems ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
so this government entity doesn't even exist in Oregon, is what you're saying.
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, so then, that seems like you should. I would start calling your legislatures and tell them just to get rid of that.
I agree.
Get rid of that entire thing.
I agree. If we could just
and
narrow it down a little bit.
It sounds like what one of my gripes with the food handler card in Washington, at least in Cowles County, is it's so incredibly easy to get that it is just stupid, and it's a waste of time. It's really just there for revenue generation. They make you watch a video. You can do it online. You can do it from your house, so it doesn't even technically need to be you. You got to promise it to be you. And
people don't lie.
Yeah, and so you got to watch this video, which tells you like all the answers and stuff. It's all stuff that you should know. And like the things you might need to look up is temperatures. But when it comes time for the test, the alternate questions are such that like you ain't getting them wrong. Doesn't matter if you didn't read that book, unless you're incredibly stupid. And I've met some incredibly stupid people that get that dang test right, and it's like, really?
Yeah, that's. It's just
I like the guy, but like why he's passing this test? Why is there a test? If he's passing in blind colors and he's been doing this job X amount of time and he's been screwing it up X amount of time, he just went and got the test, he's still screwing it up, then why do we even need this test?
That makes it really comfortable to go eat some food from that guy.
Yeah.
Or any guy.
Like, make sure this plate's washed. Wash the plate again. Run it through. I just did. I don't care. I'm going to use it.
Yeah. Can I have some food size poisoning, please? With a side of Ebola?
And so, yeah, that's what that sounds like to me. It sounds like they lowered the standard to get this stupid barrier to employment thing, which is they're always just revenue generation. I mean, they call it like what they want, but the state doesn't need to have this whole give us money. Here's a test that you can take that says you're good enough, but the test is obviously bunked up.
Yeah.
To the point where like it doesn't count.
Yeah, then that's ridiculous. Either
make it a test or don't give me a test.
Exactly. The thing with being a contractor is if there's always going to be shitty contractors. There's going to be good ones, and if you're good enough, you're going to get your name out there anyway. Doesn't matter how many shitty ones are. You're going to get the price that you charge if you're good enough. But the real problem is you can't just go pick your insurance from your private insurance carrier. You have to run it through the state of Washington. And that's ridiculous. Yeah. Why do we need an entity to do that?
Well, that's because